bit of drizzle earlier today. Cloudy skies, that's the forecast. And before we kick things off, let's welcome in the third member of our crew downstairs to Evan Washburn.
Well, Lion, there's been a tension on this field that doesn't feel like week 4 of the season. You guys touched on that scuffle at midfield during pregame warmups. It included the only active quarterback for the Patriots today, Jacoby Brissett. So discussing depth, Julian Edelman, most likely the backup quarterback for New England this afternoon. He last threw a pass in 2014. Now the Bills are prepared for Edelman. We spoke with Kyle Williams. He said that they have a specific package of plays defensively if Edelman's under center. Should be fun, guys.
All right, Evan, thanks very much. You always talk about the game plans that defenses have to prepare for. And what about the offense? This week, questions between Garoppolo and between Brissett, who would play. That means they had to come up with separate game plans for the two QBs.
And there's just limited amount of time in practice because of the collective bargaining agreement. So a lot of preparation, but if there's any team that can handle it and has handled it in the past, it's the New England Patriots, led by offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels.
Patriots are trying to start a season 4-0 for the third time in the last 4 years. They were 10-0 to open the season last year. Buffalo won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Dan Carpenter will get things started. We're underway from Gillette. Patriots, that 27-0 win over Houston last week. Jones is going to return it. There was a bit of indecision. And New England will open up short of the 10-yard line. Duke Williams making it down the field on special teams.
That's a case where he broke the plane, came out onto the field, and didn't try to go back, and he was hesitation, and then he lost.
So Jacoby Brissett, back-to-back starts for the North Carolina State product. There were questions right up until this morning as to who would be the starting QB. Jimmy Garoppolo told us he felt a lot better than he did a week ago. It was about pain management and gauging the pain. Team made the decision to go with Brissett. Dumps it off. Edelman on the first play. Down the sideline with a flag thrown. Edelman still going. Julian Edelman foot race. Edelman looking for the angle. Edelman brought down at the 1 on a chase down by Zach Brown. 90 yards. Is it coming back? A flag at the 22.
Fouls on the play. Holding. Number 15. That penalty is declined. Pass interference. Offense. Number 15. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
Hey, Pete. We're over here.
Chris Hogan with the pass interference and holding on the outside. Too bad for Edelman. He didn't see the flag because he ran a long way to try to get into the end zone. You can see the hold here by Hogan as he keeps, look like Gilmore from getting to Edelman. Tremendous effort, though, by Zach Brown to chase down Edelman and keep him out of the end zone. But this has got to affect Edelman for the rest of the game. I know he's in great shape, but that's a 90-yard plus sprint for nothing.
It's a 1st and 14 for New England after the hold. Brissett on a give, and Blunt is buried right away by Lorenzo Alexander. No gain on the play. How about Brissett dealing with that right thumb and the snap?
Well, this is a lot of pressure when the snap comes up from David Andrews, but I asked him yesterday if he had any hesitation at all. And he said no. We shook hands. He felt strong. He even challenged me to a thumb war.
He did. I thought that was odd, by the way. You didn't accept the challenge.
No. No, I've lost many a thumb war in my day.
2nd and 14. Blunt slashing through across the 10. LeGarrette Blunt leading the NFL in rushing, entering week 4, a 9-yard pickup. Starting offense for the Patriots. Jack Mason remains in there at right guard. Jonathan Cooper has just not gotten healthy. Cooper, the player they acquired for Chandler Jones from Arizona. And Rob Gronkowski, working his way back from that hamstring injury. First action last week, had just 1 target, no catches, played 14 snaps. On 3rd and 5, LeGarrette Blunt comes up short of the first down, and New England will go 3 and out. So we had fireworks on the first play, but a 90-yard play was called back after a hold. And New England goes conservative. They'll punt it on their first possession. Ryan Allen, who is the AFC Special Teams Player of the Week. Averaged 47.6 yards per punt last week. 6 punts inside the 20 against Houston. Handled, no fair catch. And the former Patriot Brandon Tate is thrown down by the Pro Bowler Matthew Slater on special teams. A 47-yard punt, no return. Tyrod Taylor. Last week, the Bills experienced victory for the first time, a stunning 33-18 win over Arizona. Taylor did a lot of damage with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to run the option will give any defense problems. He told us yesterday he'll look for man-to-man opportunities today against the Patriots to run that option and check to it at the line of scrimmage.
And he will deal with the noise here at Gillette Stadium. Clay and O'Leary, two tight ends. It's a pitch for McCoy coming off a big day last week. And McCoy stacked up along the perimeter, limited to a gain of a yard and a half. Logan Ryan in there defensively. Starting offense for the Buffalo Bills. Positive sign, Cordy Glenn is back. He missed the last 2 games with a high ankle sprain. No Sammy Watkins. He has been placed on IR because of that foot problem. And Marquise Goodwin will get a little more responsibility. And a deep threat for Tyrod Taylor. Play fake. Taylor on time. Charles Clay secures it after a bit of a bobble. 15 yards and a first down. Defensively for New England, Jabal Sheard had a pair of sacks in that shutout win over Houston last week. Dante Hightower is back. Hightower was inactive with a knee injury. He returns defensively, and Malcolm Butler, look out for the deep ball. That's one of the best things that Tyrod Taylor does. And Butler respects his arm strength. Spread it with 5. Taylor dials it up, looking for it all. And it's over the head of Goodwin with Butler back there defensively. So playing to the scouting report, and Malcolm Butler telling us you just can't turn around early against Tyrod Taylor. You have to read the wide receiver. Don't guess, or the ball will be behind you. Taylor is that impressive on those deep balls.
And Goodwin, of course, has got track speed and that 84-yarder for a touchdown against the Jets.
Buffalo in New England territory at the 49. Nickel package, Justin Coleman for New England. Taylor on a little delay to McCoy. Flag is down. And McCoy keeps the legs churning to the 45 for a 4-yard pickup, hit by Jamie Collins on the play. Flag thrown back in Buffalo territory at the 49, and the Bills are retreating. Get the word from Pete Morelli.
Fouls by both teams. Illegal use of hands to the face, number 54. Defense lined up into the neutral zone. Penalties will offset. Second down.
Offsetting penalties, so 2nd and 7 now from the 49. 2nd and 10, excuse me, with 11:20 to play in this opening quarter.
A big thing about trying to defend against LaShawn McCoy, Chris Long said he's almost like defending against a punt returner with his ability to change directions so quickly.
Buffalo going with Brandon Tate and Walter Powell at wide receivers. They are thin there. Greg Salas is also inactive. Taylor connects with McCoy. And McCoy picks up 13. That's another Buffalo first down. The Bills are on the move. First possession of the day for Buffalo.
Yeah, good read by Taylor and also by McCoy. He sees the zone defense, so he stops his route, gives his quarterback a good target to throw to. Protection is good against a 4-man rush, and then up the field for McCoy to pick up the first down.
Mike Gillislee is in. Reggie Bush is inactive for Buffalo. So it's Gillislee that will see some snaps. Taylor out of the pocket, trying to loop to the outside, and the angle cut off. Jabal Sheard provided a heat on Tyrod Taylor. Taylor, 112 rushing yards coming into this game. That's second among quarterbacks behind Cam Newton. It'll go down as a sack because Taylor lost 2 yards on the run. So 2nd and 12 now for Buffalo. A shift And Taylor has moved out behind center. It's going to be a direct snap to Gillislee. They run some Wildcat. On a cut, Gillislee right up the middle. First down across the 25, 16-yard rip for the Florida product. Good block from John Miller up front.
Well, remember, the godfather of the Wildcat is quarterback coach David Lee. As direct snap to Gillislee. Good pull there by both Jordan Mills and John Miller to give Gillislee that big gain.
And it happened here with the Miami Dolphins when Lee was an assistant coach under Tony Sperano, and Ronnie Brown had the best day of his career. McCoy, take a big move by McCoy, and Buffalo is picking up chunks of yardage. Going to the outside, Nick O'Leary with a good block to help spring McCoy.
Just an option here, coming right down the line. Nick O'Leary with a good block right there on Hightower. And that gives McCoy the edge here. Watch how O'Leary takes the legs out from Hightower. Hightower working with a sore knee. Could not protect at that time.
Patriots have not allowed any points in first quarter action this season. Buffalo in the red zone. Give it up for McCoy, looking for a running lane, and McCoy is brought down with a flag thrown. Jamie Collins combining with Devin McCourty on the play.
I get the center Eric Wood for holding.
So back it up after the hold on the center Wood. Buffalo finding a rhythm on offense. Pretty good mix so far. Taylor is 2 out of 3.
He's had a couple throws from the pocket. One on the run, off the play action. Making it tough for Matt Patricia and the Patriots to zero in on Tyrod Taylor.
Buffalo put up 33 points against Arizona. Some of that produced by the defense. Taylor on a 2nd and 12. One at a time. Underneath. And immediately hit is Charles Clay on the play. So getting Clay involved a bit more. They just don't have a whole lot of weapons on this side of the ball with the injury to Sammy Watkins. Not just their #1 receiver, but when healthy, an elite receiver in this league.
And the ability to take the ball the distance. Clay with 2 catches. He only had 7 in the previous 3 games. So an excellent start for the Bills, trying to get their mismatched tight end involved early. And now the Bills are going to have to call a timeout.
New England came out in a dime package. Bills will use a timeout. They'll face a 3rd and 7 on Buffalo's opening drive of the day. New England went 3 and out.
And the big thing about the difference now with Anthony Lynn in charge of the offense, they kind of pared things back. I think that gives, according to Rex Ryan, their guys a lot of confidence that we're playing to our strengths, and you can see that already with getting McCoy involved with the option, Gillislee on the Wildcat, and Clay over the middle. A lot of weapons right now for Tyrod Taylor. Don't forget about his ability, if he breaks the pocket, to run or find a receiver in the end zone.
Bills have scored over 30 points in back-to-back games. A Rex Ryan coach team has never scored 30 points or more in 3 straight games. Buffalo will go empty. Shotgun for Taylor on a 3rd and 7. Taylor fires it. It's complete. Robert Woods. Logan Ryan grabbed onto the jersey to make sure Woods didn't get extra yardage, but it is enough for a first down. This drive remains alive.
Well, the pressure's going to be on Robert Woods now with Sammy Watkins out. He's an underrated receiver with sure hands. Unselfish, very good blocker. How about that tackle by Ryan? Grabbing the shirt tail.
10th play of the drive. 1st and goal inside the 10. Hand it off. McCoy is smashed. Hightower there. Alan Branch there, the former Bill. No gain on the play.
You think Branch is fired up?
A little bit.
Against his former team, the 10-year veteran.
Played just 1 year with Buffalo back in 2013. New England picks him up. He's become an important cog on this defense. Second and goal for Buffalo.
And again, it's a wildcat as Taylor splits out wide right.
This time it's McCoy getting the direct snap. McCoy brought down. Bit of a juggle as Hightower read it. Branch hit him down low. 2-yard pickup for McCoy. 3rd and goal to Buffalo.
McCoy just a little bit over anxious that time. Bobbled the snap, and that threw the timing off on the play. But Hightower was not fooled at all. Played his responsibility. Forced McCoy back inside where the help was.
New England has allowed only 6 red zone opportunities, but they've given up 5 touchdowns. 12th play of the drive. Motion man is Woods. Taylor, shotgun, fires it to the outside. McCoy, the catch, and the touchdown. Buffalo on the board first.
Well, Robert Woods got a great block. In fact, this might be an illegal pick on the linebacker. Watch number 10 here on Hightower. That allows McCoy a free release, a good adjustment to the ball, and then the speed to get into the end zone by McCoy. Woods 1 yard deep, so that is a legal block and a legal pick by Robert Woods. 5 for 6 on the drive for 51 yards and the touchdown for Tyrod Taylor.
Extra point from Dan Carpenter. And he knocks it through to give Buffalo a 7-0 lead. The Bills a long drive on their first possession. And it pays off. Taylor to McCoy, quieting the crowd in the first in Foxborough. Play 65 yards. They use up 7 minutes and 11 seconds off the clock. And McCoy touchdown to get the scoring started. And now Carpenter kicks it off. Jones made the mistake earlier for New England on the last return. And runs into a brick wall. Alexander on special teams. He got stamped on the play. Last time was week 1 at Arizona with 9:46 left in the game. Didn't trail against Miami, didn't trail against Houston. Brissett sets it up to White on the outside. And White hit down low by Zach Brown.
To go back to the touchdown, really well designed by Anthony Lynn. Watch the block here, legally by Robert Woods as McCoy gets into the flat, adjusts to the ball thrown behind him, and then has the speed to make Malcolm Butler miss for the score.
Well, Belichick was checking out the tablet and was not happy.
Look out, tablet. Ooh.
Bring in an IT guy. Edelman in at quarterback. They chase him down and bury him from behind. He took a hard hit from the Zach Brown band.
Well, check out Zach Brown. He has to make a decision here on the tackle. He knows he can't grab him by the horse collar tackle. Watch his right hand here. Or left hand, rather. He's on the back of the shoulder pad, but lets it go and does not get called for the penalty, although he should have because he was inside and above the nameplate.
On a 3rd and 2. Pitch it, the bobble, and that threw the timing off for James White. Kyle Williams was all over it. And a loss of 1 on the play. The Patriots 3 and out on back-to-back possessions.
Just a great job by Kyle Williams. He got inside of Shaq Mason there and disrupted that pitch from Brissett to White.
Ryan Allen will punt it. Brandon Tate standing at his own 33-yard line for Buffalo. Bills in front, 7-0 on New England. High kick. The range is over, and fair catch called for at the 32-yard line. That's another 47-yard punt. Bills with a 7-point advantage and the football. Bills take over at the 32-yard line. They've got a 7-0 lead on New England. Extra offensive lineman Ryan Groy for Buffalo. Taylor steps up, throws it to McCoy. Beautiful fake by McCoy. McCoy loops to the outside and angles out of bounds. The whiff by Collins turns that into an 11-yard pickup for McCoy.
A good first drive for the Bills. Starting from their 35-yard line, they get play for 15 and Gillislee, and a wildcat for 16 yards right up the middle. The option play to McCoy, and then finally the 7-yard TD pass. Well designed, an absolutely perfect start for the Bills as they take advantage of good field position.
Two tight ends in this formation. Gillislee is now in, replacing McCoy. On first down, give it to Gillislee. Lowers the helmet and brought down after the gain of 4 at the 45-yard line by Dante Hightower. Bills had 208 yards rushing last week against that Arizona defense. That was 6.5 yards per rushing attempt.
And you go back to that first play of this series, McCoy just didn't make any old tackler miss. It was Jamie Collins who leads the team in tackles, and he's an all-pro.
Bills are 1-13 all time here at Gillette Stadium, and that one victory was a game that they didn't need. Taylor, the timing is there with Robert Woods, and Buffalo just doing whatever they please on offense right now. That's a 10-yard pickup on a quick hitter.
Well, that's the key there, Ian, because they're changing the launch point for Tyrod Taylor. That time, just a 3-step drop. Difficult to get pressure on the quarterback with that type of short drop. 7 of 8 now for Taylor.
And that ball was deflected. Shows you how things are clicking right now for Buffalo. It still ended up in the chest of Robert Woods. And a first down for the Bills. Taylor, short drop, quick throw, caught by Clay. Clay was hit immediately by Logan Ryan, but Charles Clay has already been targeted 3 times. He had 2 targets all of last week, no catches.
Well, he's a big guy, and he has the ability to play outside. 6'3", 255, going against Logan Ryan. Again, this ball is deflected just slightly and still gets to the intended target.
Second and 2 now for Buffalo.
That's when you know you're going to have a good day. 2 balls tipped, both completions.
They handle the pressure. Taylor gets out of it, throws, and he hits Charles Clay once again. It's a 5-yard pickup and a new set of downs to work with. We asked Taylor about the switch to the new offensive coordinator, Anthony Lynn, and he said they created a good tempo last week, and then also he felt that Lynn has given him a little bit more freedom to make adjustments at the line of scrimmage, use his legs if necessary.
Yeah, more ownership in the offense makes any player a better player because it's part him now, the onus.
Option. Taylor, beautiful cut by Taylor. Tyrod Taylor pushed out of bounds. Dante Hightower got spun around looking for Taylor, and it's a 14-yard pickup on the ground.
And it wasn't an option at all. This is a quarterback run, getting behind fullback Jerome Felton. There's the move on Hightower, and then smartly to get out of bounds. But again, making some of the best defenders and tacklers miss in the open field. First McCoy on Collins, that time Taylor on Hightower.
And once again, Buffalo is in the red zone at the 18-yard line. Motion man is Clay. On first down, Taylor looks, sets it up to the end zone. Incomplete. Clay looking for the over-the-shoulder grab, and a flag is down back at the 24.
We may have a penalty on Malcolm Brown after the play here.
Could that be taunting, as Taylor's pass was
After
incomplete?
the play was over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 64.
Yeah, that was right.
10-yard penalty and the down count.
Retaliated against Richie Incognito. Incognito has a long history. That right hand there enough to get the penalty.
He got into it with Valentine, and the official saw it.
Big mistake by Incognito.
Three seconds left in this opening quarter. Goodwin goes in motion. It's a toss. McCoy dances across the 30-yard line. That'll be the final play of the first. Brought down by the safety Patrick Chung after the 4-yard gain by McCoy. Second quarter is coming up. The Buffalo Bills up 7-0 on the New England Patriots. We'll come back to Foxborough after these messages. This is the NFL on CBS. Back here in Foxborough where the Bills lead the Patriots 7-0. We start the second quarter and Buffalo facing a 3rd and 21. Flag is down. Taylor throws it underneath. Gillette with the catch. Brought down short of the 15-yard line penalty marker at the 28. Collins and Ryan collaborating on the hit.
The Patriots were lined up in the neutral zone. Just a 3-man rush. And it was number 95, Chris Long, who had his hand in the neutral zone.
They're checking with Buffalo what they want to do. It was a 13-yard pickup.
Defense lined up in the neutral zone, number 98. The penalty is declined. 4th down.
The reason why they declined it, it puts them in a position for a 34-yard field goal now by taking the play that just happened. This New England team is not used to trailing, and now Buffalo can take a 10-0 lead with Dan Carpenter from 34 yards away. Carpenter drills it, and the Bills go in front 10-0. 14:49 to play, first half. Bills trying to build off of their Week 3 performance against Arizona. Meanwhile, New England gave up no points against Houston. 9th shutout under Bill Belichick as the head coach of the Pats. But today find themselves in a 10-0 hole. Dan Carpenter will kick it off. Colton Schmidt, the punter, did an excellent job on that field goal to secure the ball and then get it ready for the kick. And the fans react after Cyrus Jones takes a knee. He made 2 poor decisions on the first 2 kickoffs of the day. Pats fans know their stuff. 25-yard line. Jacoby Brissett, the rookie, floats it out to Martellus Bennett. And Bennett doesn't go down as Aaron Williams got him around the ankles. 11-yard pickup. Be the first to know your team's news with the CBS Sports app. Get instant updates, expert analysis, highlights, and more. Download the CBS Sports app today. So Bennett with the catch. Gronkowski was on the field on first down. Now he's on the sideline for New England. Line of scrimmage is just short of the 36. Blunt and Devlin in the backfield. Blunt gets the call. Falls forward for a 2-yard pickup. Brought down by Corey Graham of Buffalo.
And Graham, coming from his safety spot, did a nice job of knifing in there and getting to Blunt before he can get started.
Gronk back in. Still looking for his first catch of the season. This is what the Patriots visualized when they acquired Bennett from Chicago in a trade. Gronk and Bennett on the field together. Defenses happen to account for it. Blunt dropped. Zach Brown in the backfield. It's a loss of 3 on the play. NFL Today update. JB, Bart Scott, what you got?
Raiders, Jalen Richard, 47-yard punt return sets this up.
Derek Carr's channeling his inner Fouts as he finds Seth Roberts in the back of the end zone for the 6-yard score. Oakland up 7-0.
You know Danny Fouts likes the longer plays. Back to Iron Eagle.
The inner foul.
False start.
Didn't know there was one.
62 offense.
I knew about
5-yard
the outer
penalty
fouls.
remains.
That's all I got.
3rd
man.
down.
Another mistake by the Patriots. Very uncharacteristic. Started this ball game. A couple of mistakes on special teams, and now on a 3rd down to jump off sides. They really put a lot of pressure on Brissett out of the shotgun now.
It was Joe Tooney. Nickel package. Robert Blanton, who got into that melee earlier with Malcolm Mitchell, now on the field for Buffalo. That scrum happened before the game. Pre-game warm-up. James White. Nothing there. Bills were ready. Patriots fans react. Alexander and Hughes combining for Buffalo. And this conservative play calling with Jacoby Brissett under center.
Well, that's just the mistake by Tooney jumping off sides. Really forced that very conservative call on 3rd and long.
Ryan Allen, his 3rd punt of the day. Brandon Tate backpedaling to the 10. Hit as he got to the 20-yard line by Ebner and Slater. 56-yard punt, a 10-yard return.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. Number 24 of the receiving team blocking out of bounds. 15-yard penalty, first down, and timeout.
Call against Stephon Gilmore of the Buffalo Bills, so back it up for Buffalo. They've got a 10-0 lead in Foxborough. Second quarter action. In points for Buffalo.
Hey, you go back to that decision to run the ball on 3rd and long for the Patriots. Well, when you got a great punter like Ryan Allen, got off a 56-yarder, it's really a field position game at times, and the decision to bring the punt team out and pin the Bills back, a good one.
And it's felt like a field position game. Cyrus Jones with a couple of poor decisions. Rookie out of Alabama taking the ball out of the end zone on kickoffs. McCoy shedding tacklers and shoving towards the sideline. Ryan couldn't bring him down initially. He got extra yards after that.
We're seeing a lot of missed tackles here. Watch the blocking here by O'Leary and Clay as the Bills want to get McCoy to the outside. Nice job of pulling here by Jordan Mills. A missed tackle and a second down and short as the result.
LaShawn McCoy won the rushing title back in 2013. Last week he looked like that guy, and he's looked like him today. Taylor fires. Catch is made at the 20, turning it upfield. Robert Woods, that's a first down for Buffalo. The Bills came in with the fewest catches by wide receivers this season, and the wide receivers have been involved, with Woods catching his 3rd pass of the afternoon.
And Taylor now 11 of 13. His 2 incompletions were the long bomb, one to Goodwin and then one to Clay in the red zone.
Taylor has the touchdown pass to McCoy. He hands it off to McCoy. McCoy bouncing it to the outside, using the speed. Stiff arm. And McCoy veers out after the pickup of 1. Let's go to JB and Bart. NFL Today update.
Seattle scored. Looks easy.
Looks easy, but looks can be deceiving. C.J. Spiller, we call this the angle route, as he has the option route on David Harris. Takes it in for the score. Seattle up 7-3.
No, Dan would know better than me. Ian, Dan, and Evan.
Well, for Seattle, you pick up C.J. Spiller this week, and he's already paying dividends for you. Taylor sets it up downfield. Good hands. Nick O'Leary hauls it in, and a first down for Buffalo. It covers 17 yards.
Yeah, the Bills are hot right now. They're doing everything right on offense, and that just adds to your confidence. The confidence to go high in the air to make a fingertip catch along the sideline. Just a 2nd catch of the season for Nick O'Leary, but a big one.
First one came last week. A reception for 28 yards in that victory over Arizona. This sets up Buffalo now with a 1st and 10 at the Bills' 46. Gillisley is in. Taylor on target once again, feeding it to Robert Woods, and 3 Patriots finally bring down Woods. 7-yard pass play. Taylor is now 13 of 15, 136 yards and a touchdown.
And they're really stepping up the tempo now, going right to the line of scrimmage and trying to prevent any substitutions by the Patriots, but also trying to wear them down.
Taylor making sure everybody's on the same page here. 2nd and 3 for Buffalo. We are under 10 minutes to go, first half. Taylor guns it too high in the direction of Goodwin, with Malcolm Butler alongside him. Tight coverage.
And that's really not the strength of Marquise Goodwin running an out route. He's more of a flatline speed guy, but maybe they're trying to set something up with a double move later on. But Malcolm Butler did a good job that time, all over Goodwin.
The Bills will run their 28th play on offense. New England has had 10 in this first half. This is a 3rd and 3 for Buffalo. Taylor operating out of the gun. Taylor out of the pocket. He'll run. Flag down. Taylor got right to the line to gain. Penalty marker thrown at the 34 in New England territory.
Holding. Number 22 defense. 5-yard penalty to be added to the end of the run. Automatic first down.
Justin Coleman just tackled Robert Woods. Watch number 22 here as Woods trying to work to the outside. And there's the hold. Takes him down to the ground. Another mistake by the Patriots gives not only the Bills a first down, but it continues their momentum that they've built up throughout this first half.
Buffalo now with a 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line of New England. 6 offensive linemen for Buffalo. Taylor gives it up. Gillislee turns the corner. The speed from Gillislee, and he's out of bounds. Former Miami Dolphin showing off the wheels out on the perimeter. Tonight on CBS, it's the powerful season premiere of Madam Secretary. Téa Leoni stars in the hit drama tonight after NCIS Los Angeles, only CBS. 11-yard run for Gillislee. 14 first downs for Buffalo. New England has 1. Lopsided performance in this first half in favor of the Bills. Taylor, no pressure. Taylor underneath to O'Leary. And he's brought down by Malcolm Butler. 2.5-yard pickup through the air.
Well, thanks to that penalty, the Bills converted on a 3rd down. They came into the game today as the worst team converting all the 3rd down situations at just 27%. But today, they're 3 out of 4 thanks to that penalty on Justin Coleman.
Last in the NFL in passing yards through 3 weeks, 163.7 per game. First half today, 136 through the air. 2nd and 7, moving pocket. Taylor on the run, fires it over the head of Woods. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Right now we send it to New York. JB, Bart Scott.
Carolina D contributing.
JB, batted balls changes games, and that's exactly what the Carolina Panthers get as Kurt Coleman takes it in for the score to narrow the gap. Atlanta up 14-7.
11:31 in the 2nd quarter. Back to Ian and Dan.
All right, guys, here it's Buffalo 10, New England nothing. 7:55 to play in the 2nd quarter. The Bills on a 3rd and 7. Once again in New England territory. Taylor from the gun. Steps up, throws, incomplete. Good when the intended receiver matched up with Butler, and Taylor took a shot from Dante Hightower. It's 4th down.
Yeah, great job of putting pressure on Tyrod Taylor. Back pays for that poor effort.
This will be a 42-yard attempt. Colton Schmidt will hold it. Garrison Sanborn will snap it. His last snap was a little bit off the mark. Play clock is down to 2. Down to 1. They get it off in time. And the kick is good. Buffalo extends the lead. 13-0. That make up New England, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts. But right now this fan base is in a state of shock. The Buffalo Bills have taken a 13-0 lead over the Pats with 7:46 to go in this first half. Jones will not attempt to take it out. The Patriots will have it. Buffalo has had basically no success here inside this stadium. The lone victory came at a time where the Patriots had already wrapped up the division. It was week 17 a couple of years ago. Brissett airing it out, looking for a big play. He's got it to Martellus Bennett. Tough to bring down. Bennett stays on his feet and he's still going. Bennett's like a freight train at 6'6", 275.
And all Buffalo did was try to have 3 guys take this pass away from him. Look at this effort. There's Bennett out jumping the linebacker, Zach Brown there. And then as you talked about, how difficult is this big man to bring down? Beautiful throw for 58 yards from Brissett to Bennett.
And finally, something to cheer about for these fans. Blunt. Nothing there. And Blunt just keeps going. They appreciate the effort. 4 yards for Blunt. Could have easily been no gain as he dragged Zach Brown with him.
That's exactly what the Patriots had to do, is open up this offense a little bit. They've run 12 plays so far. 9 of them have been runs. Brissett 3 for 3 passing. But that big play by Bennett, as you talked about, gave this crowd something to cheer about and some energy to that huddle for the Patriots.
Jacoby Brissett playing with an injured right thumb. He suffered that injury in the shutout win over Houston last Thursday night. Handed off. Blunt knifing through across the 10-yard line for Blunt. Good block from Nate Solder up front.
Yeah, Solder and Tooney right on 3rd and 1, preventing the Patriots from picking up a first down, and now holding on the center backs him up 10.
So we'll call it 3rd and 11 now for New England. They had this drive clicking. Now facing an obstacle. Dime package here for Buffalo. Gronkowski and Bennett both in. Brissett has not looked Gronkowski's way. Play fake. Brissett. Pump and run. Brissett fumbles the football and it's recovered by Buffalo. The rookie trying to make something happen, and Zach Brown with the stick. Patriots will come up empty. Buffalo on the recovery. Brown jars it loose for the Bills. 13-0 after the fumble by rookie Jacoby Brissett. Was carrying the ball in his left hand, took a shot from Zach Brown, recovered by Preston Brown. And Buffalo now with a running play to McCoy. Head of steam brought down across the 15-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup.
It's doubtful if Brissett was going to pick up the first down, but the shoulder right on the ball. And if you watch Brissett's hands here, ball in the left hand, he can't quite get his right hand to protect the ball. He should have tried to get down to save the opportunity to kick a field goal, but a rookie mistake trying to run through a 248-pound linebacker.
Two tight ends in this formation. Last week, the Bills had 5 takeaways against Arizona. Taylor comfortable in the pocket. Catch an immediate hit. McCoy brought down by Hightower downstairs to Evan Washburn.
Boy, and after taking that big hit, he initially grabbed that right thumb, but Brissett has received no treatment. Bill Belichick did come over for some words for encouragement for a rookie quarterback experiencing his first real adversity, guys.
And remember, we get caught up in this like everybody else. Jacoby Brissett wins a game, and all of a sudden he's got this offense down and they're ready to go. This guy is trying to make a big adjustment. He said it was a complete blank canvas for him coming to the NFL and the Patriots from NC State. McCoy the catch, and McCoy is dropped at the 21-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup. It's enough for a first down. Let's go to New York now. JB and Bart Scott.
Seattle makes it an 11-point lead.
The Jets have struggled with this play all year long. The Speedo, as Buster Screens gets caught watching. Keep your eyes on your luggage. Tanner McElroy for the 42-yard touchdown reception. JB, that's his first career catch.
Back to Iron Eagle.
And the road team getting it done here in New England as well. Taylor on the option to Gillislee. And a flag thrown as Gillislee gets wrapped up on the outside by Sheard. 2-yard pickup.
Holding. Number 64 offense. 10-yard penalty remains. First down.
And it's Richie Incognito with the hold.
Second penalty on Incognito. Cost his team 25 yards.
That's 4 penalties against Buffalo, 45 yards. Under 3 minutes to play now in his first half. Bills 13, New England nothing. Shotgun for Taylor. Out of the pocket. Taylor on the move, trying to adjust downfield. No chances. Taylor runs out of bounds. Dante Hightower was lurking. Alan Branch provided the initial surge.
Good job by the secondary of the Patriots to take away the deep ball. Taylor, once he got out of the pocket, was looking down the field. And there was just nothing there because of the soft zone defense. And the team's backed up like this on 1st and 20. You're going to see that type of defensive deployment by the Patriots.
2nd and 20. Jonathan Williams is in. Rookie out of Arkansas, running back, 5th-round draft pick. Taylor on 2nd and long. Look at the time. Taylor throws it downfield. He's got the open man, Robert Woods. 1st down, Buffalo across the 30-yard line. 22 yards. Taylor has been on the money throughout this first. Scores and highlights and a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. That's coming up. Verizon halftime report. McCoy gets the snap and drives it into the 39-yard line. So there's been some creativity here from Buffalo. We've seen McCoy get a direct snap. We've seen Gillislee. We've seen Taylor run the option.
That was just a single wing play with McCoy getting in behind the fullback Felton.
A minute and a half remaining in this first half. Straight ahead. It's McCoy for 1. Hightower there defensively for the Patriots.
So no Sammy Watkins, so Anthony Lynn's pass distribution. 5 to Woods, 5 to McCoy, 4 to Clay, 2 to O'Leary, 1 to Gillislee. Spreading it around to just 5 receivers for Tyrod Taylor.
Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. We've got 1:21 to play in the first half here at Gillette. 3rd and 3 for Buffalo. Taylor gets out of trouble and diving for it. That initial spot, it's not going to be enough. Malcolm Brown with the pressure. It's 4th down for the Bills. Sheard also in there. They've used 2. And the first punt of the day for Colton Schmidt. Demi Amendola's waiting for it at the 9-yard line for New England. No pressure there. High kick. Amendola under it from the 14. Amendola hit from behind and buried at the 20-yard line. Lorenzo Alexander on special teams. 43-yard punt, a 5-yard return. And Jacoby Brissett will have a minute to work with here.
Well, and for a veteran quarterback, this is the time you love, the hurry-up offense, because the pass pressure usually isn't there. They're usually dropping back deep, so you can take your time and pick out a receiver. But for a young quarterback playing just, his second game, game and a half so far for Brissett, how much practice time do you think he's had in this type of situation? Remember, he shared snaps, limited snaps with Garoppolo in practice and with Edelman, so this is a tall order for a young quarterback.
Fake it, and Brissett in trouble on 1st down. He is brought down. Jerry Hughes is having a tremendous season for Buffalo. Had a sack last week in the win over Arizona. This one is a 14-yard loss.
And this will keep the Patriots from trying to pick up any points at the end of the first half. 4 sacks now on the season in just 4 games for Hughes. And that one really puts the Patriots in a big hole.
If anything, why wasn't Buffalo looking to call a timeout?
Right.
Stop the clock and maybe get the football back, considering where New England is.
Yep.
2 timeouts remaining for the Bills. Give it to Blunt. Brought down for no gain.
Now they call a timeout, Ian.
That's a lot of time that just ticked away on Buffalo. Coming up, Verizon halftime report. JB, Tony, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cowher. Latest NFL scores and highlights and a preview of Thursday Night Football on CBS and the NFL Network. That's coming up on the Verizon halftime report. 13 seconds remaining.
This brings up an interesting situation where if the Patriots punt and there's a fair catch, and with very little time left, the Bills can elect to go for a free kick and try to get 3 points that way if it's a short punt.
13 seconds remaining. It's Blunt again. Timeout used with 8 seconds left. Kyle Williams gets credit for the stop. And it's 4th down. You've got Rex and Rob, Team Ryan, along that Buffalo sideline. And this defensive effort has been strong from the Buffalo Bills in back-to-back weeks after what they deem to be an embarrassing performance in Week 2 against the Jets.
Brandon Tate is going to go back, and he will call for a fair catch Remember, Carpenter's longest is 60 yards, and if he has the opportunity for a free kick, you line up like a kickoff, and you can't kick off a tee, but you can kick with a holder with no pressure. This is a huge punt.
Ryan Allen trying to put it towards the sideline, and Allen does his job.
Big mistake by Tate, not coming up and trying to make a fair catch.
Time runs out. Allen is doing his job as well as anybody in the NFL right now. And that'll do it for this first half. Remember, Buffalo gets the football to start the second half. And the Bills with a 13-0 lead over the Patriots. First time the Pats have been shut out in the first half at home since a December game in 2013 against the Cleveland Browns. 13-0. Bills. Will come back. Verizon Halftime Report is coming up after this message and a word from your local station. The Patriots and the Bills. It's halftime at Gillette, and you're watching the NFL on CBS. Plan. Nothing flashy per se, but very efficient for Buffalo. Anthony Lynn calling the plays, the new offensive coordinator.
Yeah, all the focus was on the other quarterbacks, on the other team, whether it's Garoppolo or Brissett. But Tyrod Taylor has been near flawless in the first half, leading a very creative game plan drawn up by Anthony Lynn.
Second storyline, though, New England and the inability to find any kind of rhythm on offense with Jacoby Brissett, the rookie quarterback, but he needs help. How about the targets? Where's Gronkowski? Where's Edelman? Where's Hogan? Where's Amendola?
No targets for any of them in that first half. Just Bennett and James White. 3 for 3 for Brissett. That can't get it done in the second half when you're behind.
All right, first half numbers will be coming up after we get this third quarter kicked off. Remember, Buffalo won the toss initially and deferred to the second half, so the Bills have the lead and will have the football to open it up in the second half. Brandon Tate takes the knee, and the numbers in that first half. 0 of 5 on third down conversions. Time of possession is nearly double for Buffalo, and the yards 251 to 98. The one turnover, the Brissett fumble for New England.
And the Bills' decision to, after they won the toss, to defer to the second half gives them excellent field position to start their opening drive.
Taylor, 17 completions in that first half. That's a career high for him in a half. And they open up with a base offense, McCoy and Felton in the backfield. Taylor looking to throw on first down, out of the pocket, buys time and darts it towards the sideline, and Goodwin got a hand on it. Let's check in with Evan Washburn. Evan?
Line, Bill Belichick put the first half struggles on every member of this team in terms of coaching and playing, saying they were both very bad. He said it's as simple as that. As for Rex Ryan, he was hot going into half because they didn't fair catch that punt. He wanted one more play. I asked if he liked the fight of his guys. He said he did, but a long way to go, recognizing the margin for error is slim, and they missed a chance there going into half.
This is the first time that Rex Ryan has ever faced the Patriots without Tom Brady. Dump off McCoy, and he's out of bounds. Logan Ryan holding his ground along the perimeter, and they limit Buffalo to a 2-yard pickup.
Again, taking advantage of the ability of Taylor to throw on the run. Couldn't get it done on first down, but that was a designed rollout that time to get McCoy a couple of yards, bringing up a big play for the Patriot defense here. See if they can shut the Buffalo Bills with a 3 and out to start the second half.
No Sammy Watkins, placed on injured reserve, surgically repaired left foot. He's had chronic issues. Dime package here for New England. On third down, Taylor gets rid of it, and it's high to Charles Clay. Fourth down for Buffalo.
Good pressure by Trey Flowers, and Jamie Collins got in the throwing lane that time. That forced the ball high, and exactly what Bill Belichick would probably demanded at halftime of his defense. 3 and out, get the ball back to the offense with good field position.
Colton Schmidt will punt it. Danny Amendola at the 21-yard line for New England. Snapper is Garrison Sanborn. Sounds like a new age jazz musician. Amendola. Toss down. short of the 25-yard line. That's a 48-yard punt. And Ramon Humber on special teams making his way downfield. Well, Jacoby Brissett got a victory in his first NFL start. This is start number 2, and now the opponent had some tape on him and an idea of what kind of player he was based on the plays from last week against Houston. Brissett not 100%, dealing with a right thumb injury. No Jimmy Garoppolo. Questions this week as to whether or not Garoppolo was ready to come back from that sprained AC joint, right shoulder. Garoppolo was inactive against Houston. He was inactive today. Brissett underneath to Bennett. Breaks a tackle. Martellus Bennett. First down. So already a little more energy from New England. 19 yards as Alexander missed on a potential stop.
This guy is 6'6", 275 to 80 pounds, running like a scat back here, breaking tackles, and then the speed to get down the sideline. Perfect way to start for Brissett and the Patriots. First down on first down.
Brissett has attempted only 4 passes. He's completed all of them for 94 yards. Brissett hit as he throws. And incomplete.
He's treated roughly there. Started the game with a shot here from Blanton in pregame warmups. Got this long 90-yarder taken away because of a penalty. Bennett with the big play that gained 58 yards, but then that was followed by a Brissett fumble on third down.
153.
Bills have a nickel package here. Kevon Seymour is in, and here's Blunt. Finally getting some room to work. LeGarrette Blunt, he's been wearing out defenses as the games go on. In the second half, his numbers boost up significantly.
Yeah, he averages about 5 yards a carry in the second half after the Patriots have built a lead, but we've seen so many runs this year by Blunt, taking advantage of the blocking on the left side there. And you can feel a little bit of momentum building for the Patriots.
Line of scrimmage is now the 46. New England trying to get on the board. Just underway, second half, Brissett. Deep ball, contact, Edelman and Gilmore. Fans react, no flag on the play.
I think the officials are deeming this an uncatchable ball. It's the only thing I can figure because there was a lot of contact between Edelman and Gilmore on the sideline. There's a grab right there, but where is the ball? Not even in the picture.
Second and 10 for the Patriots. First target officially to a wide receiver. Brissett, wobbly ball, it's caught by Bennett. So they're riding Martellus Bennett through the air, hit by Gilmore on the play. That one covers 6 yards, sets up third and manageable now for New England.
Yeah, heck of a catch. Yeah, another ball that's deflected. That's why it came out wobbly.
Swing pass. Bolden. Short. Trying to get that first down. Didn't get enough. Now what do you do if you're New England? Zach Brown made the tackle.
Yeah, you bring in James White and Danny Amendola. Take out Martellus Bennett and Bolden. I might want to leave Martellus Bennett in the game. He's got 4 catches for 98 yards. It's really been a spark plug for the Patriots.
It's a 4th and 2 for the Patriots.
Hey, Mike 53. Mike 53.
Have not been able to sustain drives. First 4th down attempt of the season. Brissett bobbled and caught by White. First down, New England. Needed 2, got 8.
As working against Corey Graham, and a good job by White staying with that pass after he bobbled it. There's a good throw, too, by Brissett.
All of the starters in the Buffalo secondary have played corner. Williams and Graham are playing safety, but they came up as cornerbacks. New set of downs for New England from the 30-yard line. Brissett a deep drop. Steps up. Brissett to run. Oh, he takes a shot. Lorenzo Alexander, physical player.
He is slow to get up for good reason, too.
And the teams react. LeGarrette Blount having an extended conversation with Alexander.
See, he slid feet first, but he slid sideways. So they're not going to give him protection here. He's a runner there once he breaks the pocket, so the helmet-to-helmet hit is not called.
Garoppolo is inactive. The backup quarterback is Julian Edelman, played quarterback at Kent State. Brissett. That didn't look clean. That did. But dropped. Brandon Bolden. Would have been a touchdown as Brissett took a hit from Jerry Hughes.
Another big hit on Brissett. Watch Hughes come in with a good legal shot there. Did not lead with his head nor launch. But Bolden dropping a potential touchdown here at the 2-yard line. If he makes the catch, he could still be able to crawl into the end zone, as he was not touched by a defender.
Brissett look okay to you, Dan, after that shot that he took earlier?
Well, he stumbled going back to pass down that one, didn't he?
He did. Here's Brissett in the pocket. Sets up another deep ball. End zone. Almost intercepted. Going upstairs to Amendola. Aaron Williams all over it.
Really outstanding coverage by Aaron Williams. Again, he is a former corner playing safety. So he has the reactions and the catch-up speed to make a play on this ball. The carom almost comes all the way over to Darby.
This is a 48-yard attempt for Gostkowski. Has a long of 53 this season, career long of 57 from 48 yards away. Angling, no good. Patriots have not cracked the scoreboard. Buffalo maintains the lead. It's 13-0. Third quarter action from Foxborough. And the Pats come up empty. Buffalo takes over. It's a missed field goal for Gostkowski, and it's Buffalo's best opening field position of the day. Taylor, pocket is moving. Taylor fires wide open. Robert Woods. A lot of cushion there from Logan Ryan. And that's 23 yards on the hookup.
And by rolling out, it shortens the distance of this pass because he's rolling to the side. Woods is right along the sideline. Protection really good as the whole pocket rolls out with Taylor, and Woods with a sharp route on the outside in front of Logan.
Washington.
Taylor now 190 yards and the touchdown, and Woods has stepped forward, 6 catches for 86 yards to lead Buffalo. Shotgun for Taylor. It's a running play to McCoy. He got hit down low by Chris Long. No gain for LaShawn McCoy. With NFL Game Pass, watch the games you missed with condensed games at 45 minutes or the full broadcast version. Start a free trial today at NFL.com/Game Pass. $17 running plays, 28 passes for Buffalo. McCoy 7, throwing towards Robert Woods.
Watch number 54 here, dropping back, looking for that short pass to Woods. And Logan Ryan right on the back of Woods, so that would have been a tough completion for Taylor.
Taylor has gotten it done through the air on third down. Buffalo as a team is 4 out of 8. We've got 9:15 to go in the third. Buffalo 13, New England nothing. Shotgun. Taylor floats it to the outside. It's hauled in by Goodwin. First down, Buffalo, in a matchup with Malcolm Butler.
First catch of the day for Goodwin, and Butler comes up limping, but the timing there was absolutely perfect. A 12-yard gain on the out route to Goodwin, and Taylor had that ball off in a hurry halfway to the receiver.
Grabbing that right knee, Malcolm Butler. We asked him about this matchup. He said, "No, we're not taking Buffalo for granted. This could be like backyard football against the Bills. They have so much team speed even without Sammy Watkins."
Butler in the slot here.
First down, Taylor on a toss, Gillette. Now the Patriots completely prepared for that. Jamie Collins leading that charge. It's a loss of 2.
I'm sure that Anthony Lynn noticed just this. Watch the legs of Malcolm Butler. As he goes down, comes up limping. Goodwin back in the game. I wouldn't be surprised if they take a shot at Butler with something deep. He's matched up against Goodwin, top of the screen here.
2nd and 12 for the Bills. Fake it. Taylor looks to the other side, and immediately Walter Powell gets hit from behind by Logan Ryan. Powell secures it, but no gain on the play.
The adjustment the Patriots made, Matt Patricia going with a zone coverage that time to give Butler some help.
7 different receivers have made a catch here for Buffalo, led by Robert Woods, 6 catches for 86 yards. This is a 3rd and 12 for the Bills. Just inside the 30-yard line of New England. Taylor, deep drop, pump, throws it. End zone, incomplete. Powell extended. It's 4th down for Buffalo.
There's a couple of times today now that Taylor has overthrown his receivers. You can see Powell is open behind Justin Coleman there, just off the fingertips. Heck of a throw by Tyrod Taylor.
It's a 47-yard attempt for Dan Carpenter. Trying to add to the Buffalo lead from 47 yards away. Carpenter hit the post and no good.
We saw Gostowski just miss one earlier, and now a clanker. Look at the ball hooking.
Doink.
Double doink.
Mike 57 to the left.
So the Patriots come out unscathed. Buffalo misses on the field goal. 13-0 lead for the Bills. Jacoby Brissett on first down, steps up, fires to the sideline, and it's caught by Julian Edelman. Hit hard as Darby and Brown were there defensively, 16 yards. Well, Dan, you know this is a family affair with the Buffalo Bills. Fraternal twins, Rex and Rob Ryan. Through the years, oh, that's a good look. Southwestern Oklahoma State. Here's a big question. Is that a rental, you think, or did they purchase those?
I think it's a pair of rentals.
It's 2 for the price of 1.
Got it.
Special thanks to Jim Ryan, the oldest of the Ryan brothers, for providing those photos. Flag is thrown as Brissett tossed it downfield.
Personal foul, chop block.
Yep.
Number 77 offense. 15-yard penalty, still first down.
Yeah, Gronkowski was blocking, and Nate Solder went low on the man he was blocking, and that got the penalty. Gronkowski working against Alexander, and there's the low block by Solder. Dennis Thurman calling the safety blitz that time by Graham, forced Brissett out of the pocket. And a penalty into the view of the officials.
Here's Brissett. Set it up for Blunt. Blunt's a big man, but so is Zach Brown. He twirls him down on the play. Loss of 3. You mentioned Dennis Thurman. We've talked about Anthony Lynn calling the plays on offense. Dennis Thurman's been calling the plays on defense, not Rex Ryan. Obviously comes from the Rex Ryan coaching tree going back to the Baltimore days, the New York Jets and Buffalo. But you know, that's a head coach that's certainly recognizing that it might be time to give up some of the responsibilities and have a bigger picture.
Both Dennis and Anthony, former very solid players in the NFL.
Brissett on a 2nd and 29. Pumps, and Brissett will run. Took a shot along the sideline. Brissett was angling out of bounds. Fans are waiting for the flag. It didn't happen.
Wow.
No penalty marker as Lee J. Doozable was out on the perimeter.
You know, that's usually automatic, isn't it? When you see a quarterback running to the sideline.
The push there at the end by Zach Brown.
Yeah, he was still in bounds when Brown made contact with him, and that's what the officials saw.
You know, othentimes the reaction is based on the result as well.
Yeah.
The QB going down in that manner, but these feet were in bounds. 3rd and 19. Patriots have been limited to 166 yards. Brissett in the pocket, looking. Brissett fires too high for Amendola, and he was open on the play. It would have been more than enough for the first down.
It's against a 3-man rush, so Brissett had a lot of time to throw. He finally lets it go. And maybe the inability to grip the ball because of that sore right thumb caused that ball to go high, but it was a good spiral and a lost opportunity for the Patriots.
Fifth punt of the day for Ryan Allen. And the play whistle dead.
False start. 36 offense. 5-yard penalty remains 4th down.
It's a lot of penalties. 6 against New England for 44 yards. We're down to 5:06 to play in the 3rd quarter. New England will be in Cleveland next week for the return of Tom Brady. And then Brady's first home game since the suspension will be in 2 weeks when the Pats host the Cincinnati Bengals. Allen to Brandon Tate. Pinned along the sideline. Tate creates a little space with a cut. Stays on his feet off the stumble. And he's dropped at the 30-yard line. 49-yard punt, 17-yard return. Jacoby Brissett. Start number 2 has not been as smooth as his first start last week. Patriots have been shut out so far today, 13-0 Buffalo in front. A little trickery here. Brandon Tate. The end around for Tate leads to a 4-yard pickup. Tonight, the remarkable story of the woman who fought off her terrorist kidnappers and
Number
won.
72.
Plus, who's in control of the trillions of dollars worth of natural resources in the Arctic? 60 Minutes travels to the top of the world to find out tonight, only CBS. Ryan Croy has checked in, extra offensive lineman.
Go.
Fake the handoff. Taylor dumps it off to Jerome Felton. Good effort by Felton, didn't quite get there. Brought down by Jamie Collins. But it's 3rd and short now for Buffalo.
And that's really the key there. He was looking deep down the field, thinking about Walter Powell, but quickly came off that and found Felton. And a positive play, setting up a very makeable 3rd and short. A lot of options here for Tyrod Taylor, including the option play.
And Dan, you look at that clock. This game is moving. We're down to 3:45 to go in the 3rd quarter. Handoff. Felton gets the call. And he's got enough for the first down. Needed to get to the 40. He crossed it. This drive continues for Buffalo. Bills trying to get to the 500 mark. They enter action at 1-2. It's a team that's dealt with a lot of injuries. We told you about the Sammy Watkins injury. Greg Salas also out with a groin injury. Defensively, they lost rookies Reggie Ragland to a knee injury, Shaq Lawson to a shoulder injury, suspensions. Chantrell Henderson comes back, the offensive lineman, had been the starting right tackle next week. Marcel Darius is back next week. Taylor on a zigzag, and he's out of bounds. So Buffalo feels as if they get a win here. They get to 2-2. They look at the division. They look at some of the pieces that are coming back into place and maybe building some consistency on the offensive side and some confidence with their new play calling.
Well, you think about beating New England here for Buffalo, something that hardly ever happens, and the way they're doing it on both sides of the ball, the offense has just been a smooth operation throughout this entire day.
The Patriots are 21-1 at home against AFC East opponents since 2009. Taylor out of the pocket. Flag is thrown as Taylor connects with Robert Woods underneath. Brought down at the 48-yard line, a 2-yard pickup. Chris Long with the pressure on Taylor, but 2 flags on the play. One in the backfield and one in the secondary.
Illegal contact, number 21. That penalty will be declined. Personal foul, roughing the passer, number 99. That penalty will be accepted. 15 yards, automatic, first down.
Well, 99 is Vincent Valentine, the rookie out of Nebraska. So they just got the wrong number. It's Chris Long who had the hit on Taylor.
And he went helmet to helmet on Taylor. So that might lighten his wallet just a little bit.
Stop.
Yeah, they've been shifting Cordy Glenn over to right tackle. Really an unbalanced line for Sean McCoy.
McCoy, shifty, elusive, 4-time Pro Bowler known as Shady. He's got the burst, he's got the lateral quickness.
Yeah,
right now he's on the Buffalo sideline.
I've been thinking about that question. How about Barry Sanders as a comparison?
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about that level of cutting ability. High throw. That's a rare mistake by Tyrod Taylor. He had Gillislee open in the flat.
Now that you've piqued my interest with that question, another name comes to mind. Hall of Famer Gale Sayers.
But think about the players we're tossing out there in comparison with McCoy on his ability to make players miss and find really interesting angles on his runs.
Well, the key is he gets his shoulders square to the line of scrimmage and can cut so effectively off both legs to make those guys miss.
About 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Taylor, pocket is clean, the throw is high. Penalty marker thrown. Robert Woods, the intended target. Logan Ryan there defensively. Stops the clock with 41 seconds to go in the third.
Illegal formation. Offense, the penalty is declined. Third down.
Hey, take a look at Malcolm Butler out there. He's still moving around gimpily, if you will.
Well, apparently you will.
I did. Just don't call me a gimp.
13-0 Buffalo. 41 seconds to go in the third. Shotgun for Taylor. Taylor again, moving, trying to set it up downfield. Taylor flings it away. Sensed that the pressure was too much. Jabal Sheard leading that charge for New England, and it's fourth down.
And by throwing it away, he saves yardage, obviously, but also gives Carpenter a better shot. Remember, he missed from about the same distance when he hit the upright last time down.
So Carpenter will get another opportunity here to extend the Buffalo lead. It's a 44-yard attempt for Carpenter. Sanborn, the snapper. Schmidt will hold it. The 44-yard attempt. And he nails it. 16-0. The Bills on top of the Patriots. Late stages of the third quarter from Gillette. Buffalo Bills now in front 16-0 on the New England Patriots. Dan Carpenter will kick it off. We're down to 28 seconds to play in the third quarter here in Foxborough. Cyrus Jones, Matthew Slater deep. Jones won't take it out. It'll be at the 25-yard line for the Pats. Trailing 16-0. Can the rookie Jacoby Brissett and the New England offense get something going? Late third quarter. More when we come back. 5-yard line, a 4-receiver set. Bennett has been the main target. 4 catches for 93 yards, a long of 58. Out of the gun. Brissett will run it. And the slide will put him just short of the 30-yard line. 4.5-yard gain for Jacoby Brissett.
And one thing we really haven't seen hardly at anything is the quick passing game of the Patriots that Brady obviously has done so well, and Garoppolo has kind of imitated, but it just has been non-existent today with Brissett as quarterback for the Patriots.
Gronkowski, no catches today for New England. They're in a 16-0 hole. Fourth quarter's coming up. Line, Massachusetts. The Patriots have meant a lot to that family for a long time before they even owned the team, as they were longtime season ticket holders. Not accustomed to this, though. The Patriots getting shut out at home.
Edelman taking the snap that time, running the option play. And it got absolutely zero out of it. And the Patriots, so uncharacteristic, 0 for 8 today, trying to convert third downs.
This is a 3rd and 8 for New England.
Mike 53, no.
Patriots 3-0 without Tom Brady. Brady returns next week in Cleveland.
Mike 20. What was that?
Shotgun, Brissett. Pressure coming, Brissett delivers, and it's Gronkowski. First catch of the season for Rob Gronkowski, and he hears it from the crowd.
Well, Gronkowski on the outside here is going to run right by. Look at how he reaches out and makes this catch. Robertson cannot stay up with him. Huge first down for the Pats.
Flag down, and this play never gets going.
False start. 11. Offense. 5-yard penalty remains. First down.
Called against Julian Edelman. That's 8 penalties, 64 yards for New England. One of 5 remaining undefeated teams entering week 4. Baltimore, Denver, Minnesota, Philadelphia, the others. Patriots have gone 13-5 in the 18 games that Tom Brady has missed. Brissett, pump fake, they'll toss it deep. Chris Hogan, the former Bill, could not hold on to it with a flag down on the play in a matchup with Aaron Williams.
Illegal shift. Offense, number 11, number 87. Penalty will be declined. Second down.
Lots of mistakes.
Watch Aaron Williams here as Hogan has got his eyes on the ball, but the right hand right in between the hands of Hogan. Tremendous play by Aaron Williams.
Second and 15, they decline the penalty. Brissett throws, nobody home. Edelman the intended target, and Brissett took a big hit.
It's been a reoccurring theme here in the second half. The pressure on the quarterback and the shot right to the ribs. Like Lorenzo Alexander putting pressure.
Jacoby Brissett, a 2-year starter for the Wolfpack after transferring from Florida.
Let's go. Hey, Mike, Jackie Willis.
Bill Parcells was an early mentor, met him when Jacoby was just 15 years old. Parcells would attend his high school games and was friends with Jacoby's high school head coach. Brissett in trouble. Another flag down as Brissett gets dumped. Zach Brown, first man there for Buffalo.
Holding. Number 77. The penalty will be declined. Fourth down.
Yeah, this is not New England's day. It is Buffalo's.
Solder holding against Alexander. Good job by Brissett to hang on to this ball as Zach Brown comes with it.
Brandon Tate, fair catch. Divisional games on the Week 4 schedule. The Buffalo Bills leading the New England Patriots 16-0 with just over 13 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Give it to McCoy. And McCoy, looking for a hole, picks up 3 yards. Jabal sheared there to bring him down. Yeah, Rex Ryan has history with Bill Belichick. Got an injury here. It's Jordan Mills along that offensive line. So we'll step aside for a moment, come back to Foxborough after this. Jordan Mills got up, walked to the sideline. Michael Ola replaces him. Taylor throws on 2nd and 7 and makes the connection. Nice pass to Walter Powell for the first down. It covers 8 yards. So going back to Rex Ryan's Jet days, there's been a lot of chatter through the years in his matchups with Bill Belichick. 11-4 in favor of Belichick in the head-to-head. Ryan won the one playoff meeting as the head coach of the Jets. Mills back in. Ola back to the sideline.
Go.
Taylor on a pitch. Nothing there from McCoy. And a loss on the play. Let's check in with Evan Washburn. Evan?
And Ian, to that point, no current head coach has faced Bill Belichick more than Rex Ryan. And for all of the back and forth and the fun that Rex has, he had some strong words this week in speaking to the media in Buffalo. And he said about Belichick, he'll go down as the best ever. There's no one that I respect more. So for all the bravado, there is definitely respect for what Bill has been able to do here.
Yes, and with that said, Rex does like to have some fun. Saw it earlier this week when he posed as Walt Patulski of the Buffalo News. Now, Walt was a great player back in the day. #1 overall pick, 1972 out of Notre Dame. On a toss to Charles Clay, but on a conference call with Julian Edelman, Rex jumped in there to find out who the starting quarterback was going to be. Penalty on the play.
Number 77 offense. 10-yard penalty. Remain second down.
And again, it's Cordy Glenn. And when Rex came into our meeting room and we brought up the name Walt Patulski, Rex lit up. Rex is a historian of the game himself.
And creative.
Yes, he is creative. But he cares based on his late dad, Buddy Ryan. Football's in his blood. It's been a part of his life from day one.
His dad, one of the real characters in the NFL, and what an outstanding coach he was, but he was no stranger to controversy either.
Logan Ryan has 17 tackles for Buffalo. Taylor gets out of trouble, and a throw to the sideline is complete. Connects with Charles Clay. That is Taylor in a nutshell. Jabal Sheard had a chance to toss down Taylor and couldn't do it.
But look how he keeps his eyes down the field and he finds a receiver along the sideline. You know, he's been impressive throwing from all different angles today, but I think his pocket presence and his ability to complete passes from the pocket has been most impressive.
Taylor, 25 of 37, 233 yards and a touchdown. We're down to 10:20 remaining in the fourth. It's 16-0 Buffalo. Rush coming. Taylor again gets out of it. Taylor on the move, throws against the grain, and it's complete. Walter Powell with the catch, 11 yards and a first down. Tyrod Taylor has been terrific.
I don't think I've ever seen the Patriots miss so many tackles, and they're good tacklers. Jamie Collins misses that time, and Taylor keeping the play alive, extending it, and then a dangerous throw across the field. He finds a wide open Walter Powell.
Well, now the question is the spot. On the live look, it appeared that Powell had enough. And now, at least from this angle, it's short.
Yeah, this can be challenged by Rex Ryan. And I would expect that he might want them to take another look at this.
You're looking at the 42-yard line. Make that the 37-yard line. He's completely across.
Yeah, he's got it by a good yard. And here comes the challenge flag from Rex Ryan. Got the word from upstairs. His coach is in the press box. And a wise decision by the Bills to take a look at this, but clearly about a yard over that 38-yard line.
Yeah, Pete Morelli confirming with Rex. Yeah.
Buffalo is challenging the previous play. They're challenging the forward progress spot. Timeout.
So they will take a look Walter Powell, the play extended by Tyrod Taylor. They're looking for a new set of downs.
After reviewing the play, the runner was beyond the 37.5. The result of the play is a first down.
And that's huge for Buffalo. That means more plays run, more time used. 16-0 lead. We've got 9:50 remaining. A Patriot team that's been limited to 175 yards of offense. Got to flip that yard marker, no?
That'd be a good idea. There they go.
Little delay. First down, run to McCoy, reversing field. McCoy finds a lane and turns it into an 8-yard pickup. Coming up tomorrow on CBS, the Geniuses are back. Don't miss the 2-hour season premiere of the hit drama Scorpion. That's tomorrow at 9, 8 Central, only CBS. Patriots have played here at Gillette Stadium, Dan, since 2002. They have never been shut out here. Wow. Buffalo trying to pull off a first. The last time they were shut out at home, 1993. Boomer Esiason and the New York Jets.
Who?
You heard me. McCoy driving inside. It's a flag
Holding.
on the play.
Number 64 offense. 10-yard penalty remains, second down.
Incognito.
His third penalty of the afternoon. So Boomer did it in Schaefer, Sullivan / Foxborough Stadium.
Yeah. That was November of 1993. Last time they've been shut out in general was December of 2006 at Miami. That would have been a first down for McCoy. Instead, it's a 2nd and 12. And that's 6 penalties against the Buffalo Bills. Gillisley is in for Buffalo. Taylor, quick hitter, Walter Powell. Gets brought down by Shea McClellan on the outside. NFL Today update, JB and Bart.
Seattle capitalizes on the Richard Sherman pick.
Russell Wilson is carving the Jets alive. He finds Christian Michael on the Woody boot for the 6-yard score as Seattle extends their lead 24-10. Yeah, it's called the Woody boot.
12:20 left in regulation. Back to Ian Eagle and Dan Fouts.
And guys, you take a look at this AFC East. Remember, everybody thought, well, Tom Brady's out. Opportunity for other teams in the division. If Buffalo were to win this game, they lead at 16-0, they would be 2-2. The Jets and Dolphins could both be 1-3, and the Patriots 3-1. Taylor, a stiff arm to make sure there wasn't additional damage, showing off his athletic skills with a leap and a toss into the stands. Somebody gets a souvenir there. Tyrod Taylor.
Yeah, that wasn't as good as Blake Bortles today.
He kicked that thing in London.
After his touchdown. He showed some real football skills there.
Seriously. 4th down now. And Colton Schmidt will punt it. Danny Amendola at the 10-yard line from New England. We're down to 7:12 to play. High punt. Amendola moves forward. A muff. Amendola jumps on top of it. New England will have it at the injured Buffalo Bill on the return. It was Corey White. Took a shot from his own teammate Lorenzo Alexander trying to make the tackle on Danny Amendola. White, a 5th-round pick back in 2012, has played with New Orleans, Dallas, Arizona. In his first year with Buffalo Bills, White up on his feet.
And you're going to walk him directly into the locker room.
I know the instinct always for teammates is to touch a player on the head, but it was a head injury.
You see that so often, too, and the guy that does it's got to feel horrible about it once he realizes what he just did.
So White heads to the Buffalo sideline. New England will have it at the 24-yard line with 7:02 left to play. Jacoby Brissett is 10 of 17, 133 yards. Word came down early today that Jimmy Garoppolo would be inactive. There was some mystery surrounding the quarterback spot this week for New England. Garoppolo limited action in practice. Brissett limited in practice as well. And a handoff. Blunt angles, dishing out some punishment on Stephon Gilmore. And Blunt is out of bounds, 16 yards.
Well, Brissett just threw 3 passes in the first half and started off rough today with Blanton taking a cheap shot at him. And then the punishment that he absorbed may have affected some of his passes.
Give it a Blunt. AFC Offensive Player of the Month in September. A flag is thrown at the 34.
Number 61 offense. 10-yard penalty, still first down.
Marcus Cannon called on the penalty. Blunt moving a bit gingerly, as he just indicated. He needs a rest. That's 9 penalties, 74 yards against New England. Last week's win over Houston gave Bill Belichick his 226th regular season victory, tying him with Curly Lambeau for 4th all time. Shula, Hallis, Landry, the others on that list. Floater, caught by White. James White driven to the sideline, and an extra shove. Everybody appears to be okay.
Yeah, knocked Dennis Thurman down. Lorenzo Alexander with the late shove. Actually, Zach Brown, and here comes, it is Brown pushing White right into his defensive coordinator.
Now those are dangerous. Thurman just trying to get out of the way. Got undercut. The Patriots taking a lot of time here. Down to 5:35 left. They trail 16-0. Brissett to Bennett. Martellus Bennett getting to the perimeter and going airborne for the first down. Good block from Julian Edelman. And Bennett slow to get up over on the New England sideline.
Yeah, he's a big man at 275 pounds, and he was airborne here after this hit by Robert Blanton.
Alexander got him as well, so a combination there.
White 20. Watch your shot.
5 catches, 109 yards for Bennett. Look out, Brissett gets rid of it. A little dart for Bolden. And a flag thrown. Bolden is spun down just short of the 35-yard line. And Bolden can't get up.
Illegal contact, number 24. Penalty will be declined. The result of the play, first down.
It's a first down for New England, but the concern now is for Brandon Bolden, backup running back.
He was twisted down and looked like it might be a left knee injury here.
Remember, Dion Lewis is on the physically unable to perform list. 2 knee surgeries for Lewis.
That could be a left ankle, either or. Take your pick. Tough tackle that time by Aaron Williams as Bolden was spinning, trying to get away.
Some help to his feet. Bolden's been a special team standout. Oh, he's just part of that New England culture of whatever's necessary. His grandfather, Frank Pitts, played in the NFL, won a Super Bowl with the Kansas City Chiefs. And part of what Bill Belichick looks for, versatility. It's something that's been a hallmark of this New England roster for so many years.
And a good sign that Bennett is back in the huddle. And he and Gronk will come to the near side.
Mike 52.
And Blunt,
White 20.
who left earlier on this drive. 2 tight ends, handed off. Blunt up the middle. And Blunt is tossed down. Preston Brown in on the play. 4-yard pickup. Week 4 continues later today on Fox. Then tonight, Sunday Night Football on NBC. Tune in tomorrow, Monday Night Football on ESPN.
There's a lack of urgency here. Running plays, taking a lot of time, calling the plays in the huddle, nothing at the line of scrimmage. and staring at a shutout here for the first time at Gillette Stadium.
2nd and 6, play action. Brissett steps up in the pocket, throws a low throw, handled, and Blunt got leveled on the play by Zach Brown. He's been all over the field for the Buffalo defense.
Yeah, he came into today's game as one of the leading tacklers in the NFL. He had that big hit on the run by Jacoby Brissett that resulted in a fumble and a recovery by Buffalo. As you said, Ian, all over the field.
2nd round pick in 2012 for Tennessee. Brissett getting out of it for a moment, but the Bills are there. Preston Brown. These guys have created some instant chemistry. Zach Brown and Preston Brown for the Buffalo defense. Remember, Rex Ryan highly criticized last year as Brissett couldn't handle that snap initially. Well, this defense now heading in the right direction. On 4th and 2, James White gets across the 25-yard line and enough for a first down. Jerry Hughes in on the stop.
Yeah, go right to the line of scrimmage, call the play from the line of scrimmage, and put this ball in the end zone. You can't be dinking and dunking anymore.
Brissett, end zone, up high, incomplete. Chris Hogan climbing the imaginary ladder, but Stephon Gilmore, his former teammate, was ready for him.
Good inside coverage by Gilmore. And the ball goes right between the hands of Hogan. Good effort at 6'1".
Gilmore had praise for Hogan in our production meeting, calling him a hard worker, good speed, smart. He understood why the Patriots were interested in him. Hogan signed to a 3-year, $12 million deal during the offseason. Blunt out along the outside. Zach Brown there defensively. 3-yard pickup. 2:56 to go. They'll give him 4 yards on the play.
And this is still a 2-score game.
Yeah.
Touchdown and a couple of extra points, but there's just such a lack of urgency by the Patriots.
Rex Ryan will take a timeout. Facing a 3rd and 6. Coming up Thursday, your weekend starts here. The Cardinals take on the 49ers. It's Thursday Night Football on CBS, NFL Network, and Twitter. Arizona lost to New England. Arizona lost to Buffalo. Cardinals have had their problems against the AFC East. They have not had problems with San Francisco recently. They've won 3 of the last 4 meetings. So Tom Brady returning next week. Rob Ninkovich eligible to return after wrapping up a 4-game suspension. Positive test for a banned substance. Brissett knocked away. Edelman with Darby. And this secondary playing at a high level for Buffalo last week against Arizona, and the same here against New England.
Now this is a double move by Edelman. He faked the out route and then went up, and then it looks like it's going to be a back shoulder throw to Edelman, but Darby kept his eyes on Brissett, read that the whole way, and fortunate for New England that wasn't picked off by Darby.
And here's your ball game right now. New England must convert on a 4th and 6. Brissett incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended receiver. Aaron Williams there. And the Bills take over on downs with 2:46 to play. The Buffalo Bills 1-13 all time at Gillette Stadium, and that number is going to change to 2-13.
Yeah, you go back to the very first play of the game, the kickoff, when Cyrus Jones decided to take the ball out, then he hesitated, tried to go back into the end zone and made it all the way out to the 9-yard line. And from that point, it got worse for New England.
It's just a rocky start, pinned deep in their own territory, and never got into the swing of things with Jacoby Brissett at quarterback. Direct snap to McCoy. 4-yard pickup. McCoy now with 60 yards on the ground. Brought down by Alan Branch. The last team to shut out the opponent and get shut out the next game, the Miami Dolphins in 2006. New England shut out Houston last week.
That was a surprise as much as this is a surprise.
Agreed. The pressure swung over to Houston last week when it was announced that Jacoby Brissett would start. All of a sudden then the feeling was, well, you got to go into Gillette and beat a team with a rookie quarterback. Wildcat once again from McCoy. Gets to the outside and tripped up. Good enough for a first down. But New England handled that, and I think the reaction around the league was, oh my goodness, they can win with anybody under center.
Yeah, they didn't make the mistakes in that game that they're making this afternoon. It was a total team win, shutting out the powerful Texans and really making them look very ordinary.
And look, people overreact. We understand. That's how it works in professional sports. But the unpredictable nature of this, the Buffalo Bills 2 weeks ago hit rock bottom against the Jets.
Yep.
Here they are up 16-0, about to get out of Foxborough. Tony, Bart, Boomer, Coach Cowher, latest NFL scores and highlights, all coming up on the Subway postgame show. Final 2 minutes here at Gillette Stadium. Taylor sets up as a receiver. They will stick with the Wildcat here, and LaShawn McCoy, 18 carries, 67 yards, 6 catches for 38 yards and a touchdown. And McCoy is banged down just short of the 35 by Malcolm Brown. So second down for Buffalo.
19 carries for McCoy today, along with his 6 receptions and the 1 touchdown. The only touchdown of the afternoon on that 7-yard pass from Tyrod Taylor.
Dan, Patriots are not using timeouts. A minute 28 left. And the Buffalo Bills are about to wrap this one up. Gillislee in the backfield. Give it to him. No gain on the play. Now a timeout used with 1:12 remaining. Up next for the Buffalo Bills, they will be in Los Angeles to meet the Rams. Then home for San Francisco, divisional matchup at Miami, rematch with the New England Patriots in late October. Buffalo avoids a 1-3 start. You look at the numbers through the years, you start 1-3. You make the playoffs 14% of the time. Buffalo will move to 2-2. The Patriots without Tom Brady, when the smoke clears, they'll be 3-1. And Brady will be in there next week at Cleveland. Gillislee in a crowd.
And really, this result has got to be the upset of the season so far, the first quarter of the season.
Back-to-back strong performances for the Buffalo Bills. A win over Arizona. They're going to back it up with a win in Foxborough. Coming up, Subway postgame show. JB and the rest of the crew. Scores and highlights all coming up on the Subway postgame show. Return man is Cyrus Jones. Colton Schmidt will punt it with 1:06 remaining. New England is out of timeouts. Jimmy Garoppolo inactive back-to-back weeks. Sprained AC joint, right shoulder. He suffered the injury against Miami. Jones moves forward, mishandles it. It's been a rough day for the rookie. Second-round draft pick. And 57 seconds left. Brissett and the New England offense back on the field, trailing 16-0. We met with Garoppolo, and the one thing that stuck with you when we asked him about his status, he said, I'm going to have to gauge the pain.
Yeah, and I asked him if he had any hesitation on any level of throw, and he said no. But obviously, White makes a good play. But the thing about a shoulder is that there's a lot to it, that not only just throwing the ball, but handing off, reaching for a handoff, taking a snap. And if there is pain, if he has to gauge the pain, That means he's not 100%.
Alpha, go!
26 seconds left. Paxton had their numbers here with White, weaved through traffic, and he's brought down inside the 45 of Buffalo. Final 14 seconds. Patriots in no rush. Down to 9 seconds left.
Hey, Mike's backside!
They'll get one more playoff here with 4 seconds left. It's White, and it's over. The Buffalo Bills have come into Foxborough and gotten a rare win at Gillette. Rex Ryan and the Bills, 2-2. They shut out the Patriots 16-0. First time that the Pats have been shut out at Gillette Stadium. First time they've been shut out at home since 1993. For Dan Fouts, Evan Washburn, the rest of our NFL on CBS crew, Ian Eagle saying so long.